Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming. And welcome back to our Let's Play of Ultima 7, The Black Gate. In the last episode, we didn't murder anybody. We defended ourselves against attack from some gargoyles who wanted to take revenge on us for being the Avatar. We also didn't really resolve anything here in the Vesper area. We weren't able to solve the racism problem. The Avatar can't solve all the problems of the world, apparently. So, unfortunately, we're not able to stop all the racism here. I've decided it's time for us to check out the Fire Island, the land where Exodus was. I've decided it's time for us to head there. We're going to leave our main boat here. And if you remember, Lord British gave us this ship. Whoop. He said we could have this ship to travel to the island. And the island was... Okay, listen, Grug. I will get up on this. There we go. He said we could have this ship to travel to the island. And the island was south of Vesper. Apparently we're going to have a lot of trouble with this, though. As apparently getting on this boat is going to be the #1 challenge in this game. Is everybody on the pier? Jaina? Jaina, I need you to figure this out. Maybe she'll path when we sit down. So let's see if she can path over here. Jaina, we're all waiting on you. There she goes. Got her. Alright. So, we were told that the island was directly south of Vesper. Now, something you'll notice is that on the map, there's no island south of Vesper on the map, and we ran into an island getting over here. So I think Island Exodus, the Island of Fire, is going to be pretty easy for us to find, is my feeling. First things first, let's save before we head off. Let's do a new save and call this To Exodus. Go ahead and save that. Alright, and then let's go ahead and get our zoom set up. Is this what we use? Yeah, that's it. For ocean travel. Here we go. So here is this island just south of Vesper that shouldn't really be here according to our mage map of Ultima. So I'm going to bet, since there are tremors coming from it, I'm going to bet this is Fire Island. Now if you remember from Exodus, the Ultima 3 Exodus, when we came here, the entrance is a bay that's kind of in the south of the island. This can't be it. This should be a dead end. Yes. In the south end of the island should be a bay that had the serpent there that we had to... Did we have to yell? I think we had to yell like a word of power, if I remember correctly, to get the serpent to go away. So I'm going to assume... This is probably not it either. This is probably a dead end. Yes. Kind of like this boat without the big prow on the end of it. Let's see. Oh, this could be. This looks like... Yes! This feels right. This feels like the entrance to... Oh, look! There's even a moon gate here. Look at that. We haven't really been using the moon gates at all. Okay, let's see if we can successfully dock. Can we get off? Alright, we made it. We have made it to Fire Island. We have made it back to the land. To the land where Exodus was. So let's go ahead and save our game here. Let's check this island out, shall we, everybody? Oh, is it nighttime? It's getting to be nighttime. I would like to be here during the day, I think. It is... it's 7:24. So let's rest. Let's take a 12-hour nap. And let's get to daytime here. Actually, let's take an 11-hour nap. That'll be 6:24 in the morning.
My friend, rest and heal, so that you are strong and able to face the perils before you.
Oh, Guardian, don't you dare talk to me about the perils before me.
Pleasant dreams.
Ah, you're terrible. Alright, so it's daytime. We can actually see, which is what I want. I'm going to get my hand next to the combat button in case we need that. I kind of want to look around the outside of the island here, see what we can see. There were some, like, towers up here. Can we enter these towers? I hear the humming of power over here. That's disconcerting. Let's see, what do we have going on over here? The edge of the castle you can't go past. Oh. A musical cue change. Let's see, we got the moon gate, which we're not going to use. Moon gates are for suckers. We got another, yeah, just this tower you can't go into. Okay. But there is some kind of magic going on there because I can hear it buzzing. Whoa! These tremors. Alright, here we go. Into the old, destroyed castle. Here on the Island of Fire. Remember this place? And of course we're all hungry. Luckily we picked up all that bread and cheese from the other place, so we should be okay. So what do we have over here? We have a stone dragon. That's just a statue. Even though its eyeballs are glowing, it's just a statue. I have a bad feeling about those statues. We've got some kind of little room off here to the side. Hey, there's somebody here! Who is this? Who's here? At your approach, the old man straightens, and looking directly at you, he says, "Well met, Grug. I am called Erethian. Although thou dost not know me, I know thee well. I have seen thee destroy Mondane's power, and so defeat the misguided mage. I have seen thee vanquish the enchantress Minax. I have also seen, in a very unique way, how thou brought low the hellspawn Exodus." He falls silent here, and you notice that the old man's eyes are milky white. Alright, your name. The mage gives you half a smile. 'Twould seem that thy memory is failing thee, Grug, as I have said my name is Erethian. What's your job? I am a follower of the principle of truth, but unlike those of the Lyceum, I would prefer to seek out the knowledge, instead of waiting for it to come to me. It is this curiosity which has brought me to this island, from which Exodus, the spawn of Mondane and Minax, sought to rule the world. The books and scrolls here have taught me much of Britannia's history, and other interesting subjects. His clouded eyes sparkle with intelligence. But you cannot help wondering how books and scrolls are of any use to a man afflicted with blindness. Tell me about Mondane. Remember we destroyed his gem. Erethian scowls. Now there was a mighty wizard. A bit twisted, but then who knows what happens to the human mind when 'tis subjected to the powers he wielded. 'Tis even said his skull alone had the power to destroy enemies. He must have locked a magical matrix upon it. I'll have to research that. He nods his head, seemingly making a mental note, then continues with a wistful look on his aged features. I would have loved to study that fascinating gem of immortality, but alas, I was born in too late an era. Alright, and how about Minax? A sad, sweet smile comes to the wizard's face. She was quite a comely lass at one time, with a mind forever searching. His expression darkens. But then Mondane forced all of the good sense from her. She became a power unto herself. In time, I do not think she quite rivaled her former mentor, Mondane, but she was a force to be reckoned with. Nevertheless, and that thou didst with the quicksword El Nilno. I remember that way to get the quicksword from a guy in prison. I remember these games. That act will most likely have tales sung about it for the next eon. Under his breath he adds, even if Yolo's the only one who sings it. With a look of indignation, Yolo says, "Pardon me, sir, but I'll have thee know that ballads of the Avatars still grace all of the finest drinking establishments in Britannia." And what a dubious distinction that is! The corners of the mage's mouth come up in a delicate smile. An angry retort dies in Yolo's lips as the elderly mage lifts his hands in a gesture of peace. "Please forgive the offense I have given. Thou shouldst know that I have seen almost firsthand the Avatar's bravery in the face of adversity. I have nothing but the highest regard for the destroyer of the Age of Darkness and the harbinger of the Age of Enlightenment." Well, that's good. How about Exodus? That being has become a passion of mine lately. He almost glows with excitement. Indeed, is what brought me here. While I was at the Lyceum, I happened upon a passage in a manuscript that described an island of fire. Upon further research, I found the entity known as Exodus was not truly destroyed. The interface between its two parts and the world was merely severed. Well, that's not good. Alright, we're going to have to go through all this. So, subjects. If thou art interested, feel free to inspect them. This is no library. As if regretting his gracious gesture, he adds, "However, I trust that thou wilt take utmost care with the older ones." He stops on the verge of saying more. Let's ask him about his blindness. The old mage seems on the verge of saying something. Stops, then says, "Were quarters not so confined here, I'd show thee that my blindness in no way hampers my abilities." His affliction seems to be a touchy subject with the mage. Oh, he stopped talking to us because of it. "I'll never get any work done like this. What do you wish of me?" Arathan seems a little peevish at this point. We have to ask him all these questions again? Alright, so back on here. Oh, we're going to have to go through... Now, there was a mighty wizard. Okay, we're going to have to bring up all this dialogue again, but we need to not talk about blindness. So we're going to skip through this and just get this back up. Alright, so the Gem of Immortality. Milky eyes glitter up at you, like twin marbles. Ah yes, but thou knowest all too well about that little bauble. After all, it was thee who smashed it into the shards which caused thee so much trouble during the regency of Lord Backthorn. It's right, because it became the black shades. I can't remember what they're called. So much power that even in a shattered state, its magic still flowed. 'Tis sad to lose such an artifact. As if suddenly remembering with whom he is speaking, he amends. Much better than having Mondain running about mucking with things, I suppose. Alright, and his skull? 'Twould seem that someone, he pauses dramatically, let that slip into a volcano. His wry smile belies his careless tone. Alright, the quicksword? Ah, now there's a question I've heard not of its existence since the Age of Darkness ended. Would that I knew its location. It was reputedly a great item of magic. Didst thou find it so? He cocks his head to one side as he asks the question. Yes, it was. Yes, 'tis a pity to lose such an item of antiquity. Perhaps as time unfolds, it will turn up. These things have a way of surfacing at the strangest times. You mentioned the interface. His expression is unreadable. The machine that thou destroyed was Exodus' means of communication with and control of the world. When it was destroyed, his psyche can no longer retain its hold on the dark core. I have often wondered if another interface was implemented, would the psyche return, or possibly be regenerated. As his idle musings begin to run toward possibly dangerous conclusions, his mouth audibly snaps shut. What do you mean by the dark core? I found it to be quite a treasure trove of useful facts. Its sole purpose seems to be the storage of information. Much of the information is trivial, such as the detailed description of the color of the sky on a particular day, eons ago, while other bits give instructions for the manipulation of the world. Within it I even found the knowledge to raise and sustain this island we stand upon. It is truly a remarkable artifact. He thinks for a moment, then looks nervously in your direction. Please do be careful around it. Artifacts seem to have a tendency to, shall we say, disappear around thee. What do you mean by 2 parts? One part, his psyche we shall call it, was taken by the gargoyles who live below us in a realm on the other side of the world. A truly fascinating culture they have, but I digress. You begin to wonder how long this man has been out of circulation. He continues, the other I have here. I call it the dark core, because without the psyche, it is mostly lifeless. His face appears to youthen, and you feel as if you're speaking to a child describing his new toy, or perhaps a pet. I believe this was the removal of the psyche from the core that caused this island to sink beneath the waves. So the gargoyles have part of him? Interesting creatures. Thou mightest call them Balrons, but they are not the beasts that history has made of them. The larger winged ones are intelligent and magical by nature, while the small wingless ones appear to be the workforce for the species. He turns his head in your direction with a puzzled expression in his eyes. I have the oddest feeling that thou hast heard all of this before. Etherian falls silent. Okay, tell me about the psyche. Eventually, I shall turn my studies to that being. The gargoyles have placed it within a statue in a shrine they dedicated to their principle of diligence. All right. Well, goodbye. Goodbye and good luck. Thou it need it? The old mage snickers under his breath as if enjoying a personal joke, quite possibly at your expense. All right. So, we got books galore. The Diary of a Rethian, Entry 1. Perhaps someday I shall have the time and inclination to write on this parchment, but for now it pleases me not to. Nice. The Scroll of Infinity. Artifact, a talisman of infinity, if reality is magic. If local, artifact is void. Convex is find in Britannia, convex lens. Concave is find in... If do light test, concave, convex, talisman list is Britannia search, talisman counter is 0. I have no idea what this is. It looks like cheat codes almost. Here we go. The Dark Core of Exodus. I hit a button. By Erathian. Exodus was a mixture of ethereal being and magical mechanism. Its living portion of psyche was comprised of its ambition, desires, curiosity, in total, its personality. The subject matter of this tome, however, lies upon a part of its more physical manifestation. The core was the receptacle of Exodus' memories and mental force. The psyche was almost like a parasite, feeding off the world around and depositing what it gained within the core. What was Exodus' purpose? Who or what did it serve? This is a matter of which I write. Exodus served none other than... The text remains unfinished. Probably himself. Artifacts of Darkness. Within the pages of this handwritten book are many references to devices of destructive power. Amongst them are Mondane's Skull and the Gem of Immortality, Minax's Crystal Ring, and the Dark Core of Exodus Memories. More recent entries describe the Crown of the Lich King, the Well of Souls, and the mysterious Black Rock Sword, which apparently has the power to slay even one as powerful as Lord British. A short essay involving a metal plate hung above a door explains what seems to be a far simpler method of dispatching the noble monarch. Let's spread these out so we can read these a little bit better. There we go. Ethical Hedonism. This handbook details a non-religious religion in which people live for the joy of living and make it their responsibility to keep the entire world out of disrepair. Pathways of Planar Travel by Nicodemus. Herein are the many complex formulae necessary for travel between and through the many diverse planes of existence. Each plane is accessed by a moon gate, and even by our very own Lord British came to Britannia from one of these planes via a moon gate. However, this also leads to some concern. To this point, every individual who has entered Britannia from another plane has been benevolent, most notably Lord British and the Avatar. But if they have the ability to employ these gates, is there not the chance that other evil beings might, too, be able to venture into our fair lands at their whimsy? A thought to be considered for the future. Ooh, that's concerning. Memto rays, a qualitative study in metaphysical radiation by Memto. Despite Falcadran's theory of 0335, there are indeed rays of energy that constantly bombard Britannia. In fact, these very same rays permeate of all the known space between Britannia and the stars. Recent experiments have proven my theory that these rays, known hereafter as Memto rays, are lethal to all non-living matter. In fact, Memto rays have demonstrated their ability numerous times, once killing an entire boulder in a matter of a few hours. It is my recommendation... Well, that's a little weird. Oh, we read that, right? Yes. Covering moon gates to thine own use. Oh, converting them. Moon gates come in 4 known varieties. Blue, a gate across a land. Red, a gate connecting worlds. Black, a gate that traverses dimensions. And the theoretical silver time gate. These gates, to a lesser or greater degree, owe their power to the force exerted by large bodies of matter moving through the space around us. Therefore, I postulate that if one can know what forces are being exerted, one can manipulate the destination of any given moon gate by changing these forces. The book goes on to describe certain methods of manipulation, and save for the prohibitively large amounts of power required to affect even the weakest of moon gates, the logic seems sound. That was all these, right? We did skip a book. Okay, yes, okay. The Dragon Compendium by Perrin. Found almost exclusively in the dungeon Death Star, dragons are an ancient race of large reptiles. They possess great intelligence, and a few also use magic, sometimes summoning other creatures to fight with or for them in battle. However, in combat they are quite formidable without any aid, for in addition to their sharp claws and the rows of razor-like teeth that fill their maws, they are capable of producing... Hey, we've read this before! Give him a potion to make him sleep. We've read that book before. Enchanting Items for Household Use by Nicodemus. Found upon the pages of this tome are many a recipe for the creation of mundane magic utensils and apparatuses, including such items as the self-propelled broom, the ghostwriting quill, and the alarm gem. Towards the unfinished end of the book, the entries become erratic and almost unreadable, as if written down in a hurry. Many of the latter items seem a little demented. The giant obsidian fly swatter, the exploding corncob holder, and the comb of many blades. It would seem that the mage was not conjuring with all of his reagents. Nice. Remember, Nicodemus is the mage in you. We haven't met him yet here. Oh, hey, a bunch of weapons. He was the mage in you, if you remember correctly. We haven't met him in this playthrough. We've met him before. A cooking utensil. More cooking utensils. Random cooking utensils. Bread. Here's the question. Do you think we're safe? Do you think we're safe to steal this food? Or do you think he'll see us? Nope, we're safe. Okay. We have not brought on the ire through our theft of his food. Let's go ahead and take that. Whoop. And a whoopsie daisy. Alright. What do we have in here? Some shears, some boots. What is this? Pants? That's pants, alright. Okay, nothing in here. Nothing worth grabbing. Alright, let's see if there is... we're going to save underneath this cave save as well. Because why not? Alright, so what's on the other side? Is there another room over here? There is. It's got a... Ah! No, I don't want to go up. I want to go in this room with a busted door. Alright, what do we have here? We've got a mirror. I clicked it. What? The mirror. Okay. Yes, master. How may I serve thee? The wazering visage in the mirror hesitates for a moment. Thou art not my master. He then continues with a small bow. Greetings, Britannian. What dost thou wish of the great demon Arcadion? What? What's your name? The big demon smiles ingratiatingly, showing inch-long pointed teeth. As I have said, I am the demon Arcadion. What's your job? Arcadian attempts to smile, but failing miserably, he gives you a grimace that could turn a dragon to stone. I am currently in the service of one mage, Erethian by name, he states rather formally. You get the distinct impression that Arcadian would just as soon rip Erethian limb from limb as serve him. So you're a demon? That is how thy people address those of my race. You can't tell from Arcadian's tone of voice whether or not he minds that fact. You serve him? The large demon's eyes close as he appears to be restraining the force of horrific emotions. I have served that blind old fool for over 200 years. Arcadian pauses, regaining his composure. I thought visibly crosses his darkened face. Perhaps thou mightst assist me to free myself of this unwanted bondage. I would prove an invaluable ally. The demon pauses to let this offer sink in, then, well, mortal, wilt thou help me? Sure. We could use you. Yes, a wicked look of triumph flickers across Arcadian's face, to be quickly replaced by a ludicrous semblance of gratitude. Thou art truly courageous to vow to release me. My gratitude hath no bounds. An oily grin coats the demon's face. Thou hast made quite a powerful ally this day, mortal. His eyes blink in what is possibly meant to be a charming manner. What about Erethian? He is my master. The demon's smile contorts into a scarcely hidden scowl of hatred. Until other arrangements can be made. Arcadian's toothsome smile appears on his shadowy features. How do you get released? I'll need a special gem in which to house my essence when thou crackest this prison of a mirror. His eyes are alight with the possibility of his impending freedom. Where do I get the gem? There was one on this island. That much I know. Find it, bring it to me, and together we shall break this mirror which binds me to that blasted mage. Okay. Oh, is this the Dark Core? Is he inside the Dark Core? Alright, I double-clicked the Dark Core. You feel as if your mind is being probed, delicately at first, then with more insistence. Images of long-past memories flit before your eyes, and old emotions resurface. At one point, the images pause, as you remember the words love, soul, moons, and death. Then a strange sense of déjà vu comes over you as the vision comes up to the current time. The images cease, and a vast wave of power overwhelms you. A wall of darkness falls. Am I okay? We're probed. Your mind is quickly probed and cast aside, leaving you feeling slightly ill and filled with an irrational sense of foreboding. Well, that's no good. We passed out from looking at it, which was not great. Let's not go up those stairs yet. Alright, we got a main hallway here. Got, some moon gates. I can't read those. We got statues. 3 statues here. Can I talk to the statues? Yes! Suddenly your mind is filled with the crystal clear resonance of an authoritative voice. Greetings to thee, I am the keeper of truth. Dost thou seek the wisdom and a boon of truth? Sure. Very well, prepare thyself. The voice falls silent. Oh Lord. What's happened? Oh, we better save. Save the game. Under pause. Well, I gotta get my thingamajig out. Hold on. Whoop. There we go. Alright, what does this plaque say? 2 thingamajigs, H thingy, M thingy. 2 thingamajigs. Oh? Oh man, translating this is gonna be awful. Because I'm so bad at it. This thing is Y. What is this? What one looks like an H? An H thingy. Oh wait, no, wait, this is an I with a line through it, and this is the R. Or L. Okay, N? Is this an N? Alright, N. Only, we got that far. Only a K looking thing? Only app, APP. I know, this is great. Only apps? That can't be right. Only absra, absron? Nope. This is what I'm looking at right here, folks. This right here. And this is not going great. Not going great. Alright. I don't understand. I just... T... An R looking thing? Like... Oh, these runes are so hard to read. Oh, that was an EA. Okay, hold on. T... Let's just assume it's R. Tra... That little N looking thing. Tra... Oh, truth. Okay. Truth is truth, is what that says. We gotta translate this. Okay. Only. There's only one thing that looks like a K in the entire alphabet, and that's the letter P. Only a P, and that might be an EA. So APPEA only appearan what's an M? What's an M? Only appearances are deceptive. Is that a V? Deceptive. Only appearances are deceptive. Well, we translated it. Woo! So only appearances are deceptive and truth is truth. Those are the first clues we're going to have to go on in our next episode of Gaming with Grug when we go through whatever we've walked into here in the Isle of Fire. Folks, we're going to continue that in our next episode. Until then, I want to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you soon.